And as my presidency comes to an end, I know how it started because of this movement. As we celebrate his life this weekend, I think of the deep influence Dr. King had on me as I was a kid coming out of school.
It was a day of celebration in the Palmetto State on Sunday as thousands of people came together to recognize President Joe Biden and the work that he's done over the last 4 years. The visit to Charleston honoring the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Our Sam Shapiro was there.
President Joe Biden decided to spend his last day in office right here in South Carolina at the African American History Museum, celebrating civil rights activists and Martin Luther King Jr.
We are gathered here today at the historically, spiritually, and culturally sacred site of Gadsden's Wharf, the site of one of our nation's former most prolific transatlantic slave trading ports. Suspended above us is a museum dedicated to honoring the stories of those African Americans who survived that journey of enslavement.
Thousands came to Charleston just to be in the presence of President Joe Biden as he gets ready to leave the White House.
We're celebrating all of his accomplishments, and we're just pleased to be here on his last day.
Charles Brave Jr. was one who told me he came out to celebrate Biden's last day in office and Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
South Carolina will forever be indebted to him, and I thank God for the seed that President Biden planted in South Carolina.
Others waiting for the president to speak talked about his accomplishments, including his help in the Israeli-Gaza ceasefire, including hostages that were recently freed, and naming Kamala Harris the first black female vice president in American history. Ryan Stevens traveled from York County to celebrate with Biden, honored to be looking back on his accomplishments with him in Charleston.
He's done so much for student loan forgiveness and so much for the working class that it's an honor to be here celebrating such a hardworking man who's been in public office for over 50 years.
Many people I also spoke with told me although Biden is handing the torch to Donald Trump, they hope the country will continue to grow. Reporting in Charleston, Sam Shapiro, WIS News 10.